right? Let's talk about Bernie Sanders, and let's talk about where's Hillary. As of this recording, it's in April, or actually May of 2017, and within the first 100 days of Trump being in presidency, or even when he got elected to be president, Hillary just vanished. Nothing. No political views, no speeches, nothing. Meanwhile, Bernie doing his thing, still giving speeches, still fighting for what he believes is right. Now, that right there, you see people like me who pay attention and see things for what it is, pick stuff like that up. Now watch. Maybe a year and a half before the next elections, you're gonna see Hillary all of a sudden coming out of nowhere, possibly. This is just hypothetically speaking. She's gonna come out of nowhere and all of a sudden start running campaigns on this and that and this and that, but Bernie's doing it from day one. He do it so much you don't see it. It's like, any speaker of or any, anything that goes on, you don't notice it. Oh yeah, it's just everyday stuff. Like, oh shoot, oh Hillary, oh shoot, ooh, yeah, where did she come from? Oh yeah. Let's vote for her. Like, what? And that's what's going. And this is the thing I don't get. And I made a couple of videos on it already, but it's just it's mind baffling that I have to do another one. It's like, okay, where do in the right mind the people vote for Hillary? I don't get it. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I haven't been paying too much attention to the Democratic Party. This election was a little weird. It wasn't like the other elections, and we all know why. But like, when it was going on, I'm gonna be honest, like, I wasn't too much into like what Bernie did in his past and his speeches. It wasn't until like after, he didn't get elected, because honestly I was surprised that he didn't get elected for the Democratic Party. He didn't get nominated for the Democratic Party, and it was just like, whoa, Hillary, really? But anyway, if you listen to his speeches, it's very consistent. He talks about the same thing: wealth inequality, income inequality. He talks about free education. He talks about universal health care, and those are like his three major points. He talks about like how corporations are rich, and they just like, with the trickle-down economics, he's talking about that, how it's not good. All of a sudden we expect, trickle-down economics, and I didn't know what it was, honestly, until after the fact they stated, and I did some research. But basically, trickle-down economics is basically saying that that the people who are 1% or whatever, because big corporations and stuff, you cut the taxes for them, and they'll trickle down the wealth, jobs to the middle and poor, right? And all of a sudden, the economy is gonna magically be better because of that. I honestly think, to a degree, I see where they're going with that, but no. You're giving them more money, they're just gonna pocket the money. Do your research. I mean, I've seen a few videos to talk about it, at least. At least enough videos to talk about it and to give my opinion. And based on the videos that I've seen, it's not gonna work. It may work to a light degree. I mean, you might see a little bit of an expansion of jobs and stuff like, and because just the math is there, but it's not worth the cuts. Like, you're better off just leaving it alone and use that money that you're giving them as cuts to somehow make the economy better. Just trust me. I don't think it's gonna work. But his thing didn't get passed yet, so let's see how that works. But anyway, Bernie Sanders is very consistent with his speeches, and honestly, I hope he runs again, and I hope he gets elected. Look, there's a lot of things that Trump did that I like, or that he's doing that I like. Don't get me wrong, or at least that he's trying to do. But I do not expect him to make universal health care. I do not expect him to make free college education, and I definitely do not expect him to look out for the middle class as much as he will look out for the rich. Because all this deregulations, and he's a businessman. You gotta expect this, man. And honestly, between him and Hillary, you know why? This is gonna sound weird. Besides the political stuff, like the immigration policies that I agree with, on top of all that, the cherry on top, why I prefer Trump to win over Hillary is so that all those people who voted for Hillary and for the Democratic Party could suffer. Because this is what you did. You chose the underdog. The what's the word? The person who's not right. If you would have chosen Bernie, he would have won over Trump. That's my belief. That's what I strongly believe. But no, they chose Hillary, and that's what you guys get. And again, there's probably things that I like that Hillary would have done better when it comes to like the middle class and stuff. But all in all, when it comes to both of them, between the political views and all that, it was really hard. It's like you have to choose the best of the two evils. It's one of those sayings. And just because, like, honestly, I think I was like right in the middle between them two. I was like right in the middle. Honestly, like, I can honestly tell you, between Trump and Hillary, I was like right in the middle, because they both had like, I was like, damn, I know Trump is going to do this and that and that and that, but at least he's in for this and that. Hillary was like, okay, she's a Democrat, and that goes without saying. She'll probably follow suit what Obama was doing. All right, cool. Resume all normal activities, right? But because people picked her over Bernie, I'm like, you know what? Now I want Trump to win. Just they could learn their lesson that they chose the wrong one. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's just my little rant, because honestly, I'm still, it's mind baffling how he didn't win. You hear? I just heard the speech. It's just, he's very consistent. Very consistent from day one. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been talking about the same thing over and over and over again. There's no flip-flopping here. Very consistent with what he's talking about. I haven't, you watch those videos on the media where they talk about, oh, Trump said this and that, and even now, how he said something and like they criticize him because he's going back on what he's saying. The same thing with Hillary, whatever. They flip-flop. Bernie, I haven't seen not one. There probably is one, don't get me wrong, but I haven't seen it yet. So all I'm saying is he's very consistent, and I can respect that. That's the type of candidate I want. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he runs again and doesn't get elected. Because why? If he doesn't, honestly, I'm convinced that there's some kind of rigging going on. They always say, oh, the system's rigged, this and that, and that. And, I'm thinking in my head at the time, like, oh, well, it was like a slot machine where, it's rigged, they did something to the votes. No, it's the political campaigns, the media, the sources, and stuff like that. And it's just, I guess she's more richer. I don't know. Whatever it is, however you want to look at it. He didn't get elected. She did, and she lost. And all I'm saying is when he votes, when he runs again, I'm sure he will, based on the way he's going. He's really going. He's staying consistent, and he's still doing it. He's still doing it. Watch some politician come out of nowhere, 2 years most, to maybe 1 to 1.5 before the next election, and start campaigning. Meanwhile, he's very consistent with his speeches, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get elected for the next, Democratic Party nominee. But you know what? Just don't take my word for it. Just pay attention to what's going on. Listen to his speeches. Go to his YouTube channel or something. You see it. He'll keep repeating the same thing over different ways. He'll comment on Trump stuff. He's basically talking to Trump on his speeches, and he's asking Trump to do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. He's very consistent, and you got to respect him for that. Now the question is, do you agree or disagree? Now honestly, with his political views, I agree with every single one of them. That's the crazy thing. I can't believe I'm saying this. Every single one of the major ones, the healthcare, the free college education, how the 1% corporation, how you can't, all right. So I could probably disagree on the fact that, yeah, you don't want them to. I wouldn't tax them more. I honestly would make a one tax system. Everybody pays the same thing, but that's a whole different story. That's a whole different vlog. I wouldn't say tax them more than the average person, because whatever the tax percent is, if it's 35 across the board, everyone's paying 35 of what they earn. Now, obviously, if you may earn more, you pay 35%, you're going to pay a lot more in taxes. So why increase the percent? It doesn't matter, because the more you make, that 1% that 35 or 28 or 20 or 25% of your income is going to be higher if you earn more. So I say that for the tax thing, everybody should get the same tax percentage out their checks. Now, that's just, so I don't know exactly his views on the tax part of it, but he definitely is strong on like corporation buying people out and corruption and stuff, and he wants to end that. So now when it comes to other stuff, the little stuff that except for the things that I mentioned, I still gotta learn more about. But his big 3 to 4 key points, I agree with 100%. So anyway, there you have it. Tell me what you think. Do you agree, disagree? Like, share the video if you think it's interesting. Go to his YouTube channel. Share his videos. I think the one I was watching was the Bernie Sanders YouTube channel, and this I think he was explaining trickle-down economics. But then it's funny because, like I say, he's very consistent. So even though he's talking about trickle-down economics, he talks about all the key points that I'm mentioning. Well, most of it at least. And he talks about all that within explaining trickle-down economics. You gotta love the dude. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and share. Leave a comment. Tell me your opinions and thoughts. Take care.